can be seen a lot in Bollywood movies, and they're always very rhythmic and they follow the music very well. Like they especially in the movie where they would wear a lot of bangles, mostly in Bollywood movies, like where they do a lot of dancing sequences and everything. But it's also, I think there's also performances in Malaysia. Like recently there was Deepavali. I didn't see any performances this year, but like when like how the government releases public videos, sometimes they would release public videos and they'll show that they're dancing, maybe something like that. You know what I mean?
There was one time when we were doing a group assignment, and one of my group members is an Indian, and because the group assignment is about different dancing cultures, so we need to do the Indian dance. So she learned a choreography from an Instagram video, and then she learned it in a few minutes and started to teach us. So I think I can see that, I assume that Indians are very good at dancing. They are naturally born with that talent.
To be honest, if I'm being very frank, I don't really talk to a lot of Indians. But if I ever do, I might actually ask them if they're good in dancing. And in a weird question, I would maybe elaborate to them and explain the reasons why, because they have a flexible body and they shake their body a lot. I might ask them, but I didn't mean it as an offense though. It's more like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that?
Personally, this stereotype doesn't influence my thinking when I communicate with Indians. Although I know that they are very good at dancing, but I don't expect all of them to be very talented in dancing, because there are still some that don't dance at all.
For the second stereotypes, the second stereotype is about Indians being criminal, thieves, gangsters, and so on. It's a very negative stereotype. I know there's some instances where, like, there's security guards. They're security guards and they look really fierce, and that's why I'm also a bit afraid of them.
And also there was once when the Grab driver, he told me that some of his customers reject when they see an Indian driver, and they will reject it and wait for another driver to pick them up.
Let's just say I would avoid them. Like if there's a mamak stall, I'm actually a bit hesitant to go there by myself. Like I would rather go there with my dad and my sister rather than alone, because I'm afraid they might do something to me even though they probably won't. I'm just overthinking this.
When I walk alone in an alley and I see an Indian coming towards me, I would pretend that I didn't see him and maybe turn back, or pretend that I have a call to pick up to avoid confrontation.
It talks about how Indians shake their head, something like this, when they talk. I can't do it properly, I don't have a flexible neck. See, from my sister actually, I remember very, very, very strongly that she used to talk about the Indians during fun. She's always saying stuff like, like how Indians, they would always shake their head like this. I find it very funny. When you talk to them, then she'll just make fun of them like that. But I don't think she meant it in a bad way. I think what she meant it was very amusing.
When I'm ordering roti canai, and sometimes when they get my order, they will do this thing with their head. And so I see a lot of Indians do it. It's not only one. Almost all of them do it.
I never really met any Indians who shake their heads a lot. Like, it's not as excessive as how the YouTube videos would have shown it. And that's another source also where I got it from. But I don't really see much of a difference. So, and if I do ever see it, I might take note of it and I will maybe tell people I know later, probably my friends and family, and I'll be like, don't you think that is strange? And I didn't know how to react, I'll keep talking, something like that.
Sometimes when I'm paying for the bill, when they shake their head in return, I will not awkwardly or do something with my head because I want to return the gesture, and I pretend to get what they mean, or maybe to try to fit in. That's what I do during communication.